Good morning, YouTubians. It's Kermit's Ghost, and we're dealing with the X's of the collection today. There was only about 13, I believe, so it won't be a long video. Before I go, people ask where I get these from. These are the CD dividers. That's literally, I typed in on Amazon and eBay CD dividers with letters, or just lettered CD dividers, and these popped up. This was like 6 years ago, so they might not have these particular brand, but there are others out there. This is like very durable. They got names of groups on the back, like ZZ Top and that sort of thing. So there you go. That's it. Black lettered CD dividers. Anyway, crack on. Xanadu. This is Olivia Newton-John, Gene Kelly. She is like a Greek muse sent down to inspire an artist, roller skating artist at that, Gene Kelly, to open up a roller disco musical. Xanadu, that was in the charts. It's a good song, fun little fantasy movie. There's Olivia on the disc there. X-Men, a great cast. You've got Hugh Jackman, you've got Ian McKellen, Patrick Stewart, amongst others. Story, like origin story of the X-Men, and this sort of brought it to the mainstream. I think you had like Blade and maybe even Darkman out, but they weren't really appealing to a wider audience, whereas these ones did. Very good film, very enjoyable. It's a bit dated now, but very good. X-Men, like it. Sequel, love the sequel. You had Alan Cumming in this, and that opening shot is the blue, what do they call him, a nightcrawler or something, and he's going through the White House, taking out this Secret Service and getting to the president to force him to, I'm going to give it a little bit away, to sort of invoke an act of, not parliament, but an act of government to monitor the X-Men, and it's all because a guy called Stryker is like forcing him to do it. It's like putting like acid drops on him to control him or something, to sort of fund his program of experimenting on the X-Men. And it's like a hidden plot which this guy called Stryker. It's a great film, check it out. And also you have another character in this. It's a female, like Wolverine, with adamantium running through her veins and whatnot. She's got like this, he has the three blades or whatever it's coming out of his like knuckles, where she has coming out of her fingertips, these big long like claws. Really good. Third one, the Last Stand, probably people's least favourite. There is a scene in this where Magneto lifts up the Golden Gate Bridge. When he lifts it up, it's bright daytime, like midday sunshine. When he gets to the other side and drops it, it's pitch black. Although it took him like 6 or 7 hours to get across the bay, but there you go. Jean Grey comes more into her own in this film. You got the Juggernaut in this, played by Vinnie Jones. It's a good action film. People do hate it though. Wolverine, the CGI when he's in the bar, like the farmhouse thing, and he smashes up the sink, and he's like in the mirror with his claw things, and he clinks them together. The CGI is awful on that, but I enjoy the film. I do enjoy the film. I don't even mind Deadpool in this, played again by Ryan Reynolds. It's just because I didn't really know anything about Deadpool at that point. Obviously, I've got the films now, I know a little bit more. It's a good one, and I like the fact that you've got a load more X-Men in this, sort of set Vietnam, during the Vietnam War. I think it was Vietnam, and you got that what's his name? Bear with me, Dominic Monaghan. He's from Lost. He was the one that sort of could play with electricity, sort of power on, power off things with his mind. I do have the other Wolverine, but that's in the W collection. I've already dealt with that, so go back to the W's and have a look in there. X-Men First Class. It's like a reboot. Yeah, I'd say like a reboot prequel. It sort of goes back to say before these films, before the X-Men films. Deals with like issues of like how Magneto got, how he was like distrusting people, and like how he got his powers and developed them, and it's because of a character played by Kevin Bacon in here that was a Nazi officer. He sort of doesn't age, goes through time, and he has his own powers, and it's like the CIA bringing in, was it the NSA? I think it's the CIA bringing in the X-Men for the first time to use as like a weapon for the American government. Very good. Enjoyed that one. X-Men, the Days of Future Past. Hugh Jackman again in this one, obviously, as all the others are as well. You've got I didn't mention you got James McAvoy. He's now playing Xavier, that was played by Patrick Stewart before, and Magneto, instead of being Ian McKellen, is played by Michael Fassbender. So it's like a reimagined sort of, let's say, it's a prequel reboot-ish kind of thing. This one you got Peter Dinklage, and he is trying to defend the world against mutants, and he gets these robots. I forget what they call the robots. What are they? Sentinels. He builds these Sentinels, as you can see there, and they're kind of like if you know Star Trek, the Borg. They're sort of, if you attack one, then the next one is immune to it, and they all work together and pretty much annihilate the X-Men. So they have to send Wolverine back in the past to stop the Sentinel program being developed, because they're all but wiped out. X-Men Apocalypse, you now have Oscar Isaacs as like the big main X-Men thing from like Days of Days of Pharaoh, I'm pretty sure it is, and he's like the almighty X-Men, and he can control them all. And very, very good. That's the X-Men franchise there. Oh, obviously with Wolverine as well. And then we go on to the X-Files. X-Files, big fan of the TV show when it was on. Actually, they're kind of on still, isn't it? They're sort of reimagining it, or not rebooting it. They're just sort of carrying on with it. Scully, Mulder, Fox and Mulder, and it is I Want to Believe, and this is the one with Billy Connolly, and I'm pretty sure it's like medical experiments. They're investigating animals and humans being sort of sewn together. Is that right? That doesn't sound right, but it does at the same time. So that's that one. And a lot of people hate these X-Men films. This one, Fight the Future, and I'm pretty sure this is like an FBI agent goes missing, a female FBI agent goes missing, and they're investigating it, and there's aliens and all that sort of thing. But it seems to be universally hated. Triple X next, the franchise of Triple X, and this is Vin Diesel as I forget what his name is in this. Alexander Cage, of course it is. And he is being, well, let's start off really, he is like a thrill junkie, sort of out of control. Cops won't go near him because he's like untouchable. And anyway, he gets recruited by like a Nick Fury kind of role again by Samuel Jackson, and Samuel Jackson is Agent Gibbons, and he's trying to set up like a team of elite people that go in and sort of sort out, eliminate bad elements, just say that. And there you go. Fun franchise. It's one of those you just got to take your brain out and leave it to one side and put popcorn in its place. There you go. And it's directed by Rob Cohen, and that's the one who did the Fast and Furious franchise. Triple X, the next level, and this time you got Ice Cube. He's replaced old Vin Diesel, and it's more the same antics really. And again, Agent Gibbons, Samuel Jackson comes back to reprise his role, and I'm pretty sure to get him involved, don't quote me on this, he sort of fakes an attack on himself, a bomb. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. And the last one, told you it was quick, is the return of Alexander Cage. Back again, Vin Diesel, more the same, and it is, you got to really suspend belief on this one. I mean, he's like water skiing. Well, he's got water skis on, and he's going down the side of a mountain on these. I mean, come on, and like riding like the waves, like a surfing wave with a bloody motorbike. Yeah, I mean, you got to really suspend belief. 3D's pretty good on this, but there you go. That is that So yeah, just suspend belief. So you've got 3 franchises and a separate one. So you got the X-Files, you got the Triple X movies, Triple X, the X-Men, and Xanadu. Seems a bit odd, an odd one to have in with that lot. But there you go. That was the X's. Thanks so much for watching. You can either way up. Thanks so much for watching. Y's will be next. Y's and then Z's and then TV. So we almost at the end. There's not a lot of Y's and Z's. Maybe 3 or 4 either side of that number. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment down below. Click that bell down in that corner so you get notified of other things. Share it on social media, however you do that. Probably know better than I do. Leave a comment. Give it a thumbs up. And everything else. See you in the next video. Take it easy.